Hello, precious souls. Welcome back to this sacred space where we transform our deepest wounds into our greatest wisdom. I'm here today because I believe that no pain is meaningless, especially the pain that touches the very essence of who you are. Today, we're writing a letter to soul pain, the pain that medicine can't touch, that therapy sometimes can't reach, that lives in the deepest chambers of your being. If you've ever felt spiritually homeless, if you've ever questioned your purpose, if you've ever felt disconnected from the very source of life itself, this letter is your healing companion. I'm writing this because research shows that soul pain, spiritual suffering, is as real and as treatable as any physical wound. And most importantly, it often becomes the birthplace of our most authentic transformation. So breathe with me. Feel into your heart space. Let's write this letter together. Dear soul pain, I feel you as an emptiness in my chest, a hollow ache that no amount of food, love, or success can fill. Maybe your spiritual abandonment. Maybe you whisper you're alone in the universe every time I try to connect with something greater than myself. Maybe your purpose loss. Maybe you convince me that nothing I do matters, that I'm just drifting through a meaningless existence, counting down days until nothing. Maybe your heartbreak. Maybe you shattered my ability to trust love, to believe in goodness, to hope that connection is possible without destruction. Maybe your grief. Maybe you carved out pieces of my soul when death took someone I couldn't imagine living without. You made me feel spiritually homeless, like I was disconnected from the very source of life itself. You made me question if there's any point to existence, if there's any meaning beyond suffering. You stole my sense of belonging, to myself, to others, to the universe. You made me feel like an alien in my own life, watching everyone else seem to know something about living that I could never understand. But here's what I've discovered: soul pain. Research on spiritual suffering shows that this emptiness serves a profound purpose. It's what mystics throughout history have called the dark night of the soul, a necessary spiritual death that precedes rebirth. You're not punishment soul pain. You're a spiritual labor pain. You're the breaking open that allows my authentic self to emerge from the shell of who I thought I had to be. Psychology research shows that meaning-making is essential for mental health. Viktor Frankl proved that humans can survive anything, even concentration camps, if they have a why to live for. Soul pain is actually the birth cry of spiritual awakening. It's my spirit demanding authenticity, demanding alignment, demanding truth instead of the lies I've been living. The research on post-traumatic growth shows that spiritual crises often precede the most profound spiritual development. You're not my breakdown, soul pain. You're my breakthrough. Dear soul pain, I am no longer afraid of your emptiness. I am becoming the space that can hold both suffering and joy, both questions and peace. I've learned that spiritual healing happens in paradox, that I can feel lost and found simultaneously. That meaning isn't discovered. It's created through how I choose to respond to life. I practice meditation not to escape you, but to sit with you compassionately. Mindfulness research shows that spiritual practices literally change brain structure, increasing areas associated with compassion and inner peace. I practice gratitude not as toxic positivity, but as recognition of the sacred hiding in ordinary moments. Even in my darkest hours, breath continues, hearts beat, flowers bloom. I connect with nature, understanding that I am not separate from the web of life. Ecopsychology research proves that nature connection heals existential anxiety and restores spiritual grounding. I engage in creative expression, art, music, writing, because creativity is how the soul speaks. It's how I transform pain into beauty, suffering into art, wounds into wisdom. I build authentic community with people who see my soul, not just my performance. Research shows that spiritual healing happens in witnessed, authentic relationship. I serve others who are walking similar paths because meaning emerges through contribution. My pain becomes medicine when I use it to help others heal. Dear soul pain, you cracked me open so light could get in. You stripped away everything false so I could find what's real and lasting. You taught me that I am not my circumstances. I am not my emotions. I am not even my thoughts. I am the eternal witness, the unchanging awareness behind all changing experiences. You showed me that love is not something I need to earn or find. It's what I am, at the deepest level of being. But your teaching is complete. Your spiritual curriculum is finished. I don't need you to break me down anymore to show me who I really am. I choose to build from the ground of my authentic being. This is my graduation letter, Soul Pain. Written with research-backed spiritual healing practices that honor both the science of transformation and the mystery of the soul. I am ready to release you because I choose embodied spirituality. I choose a life connected to Source, aligned with truth, rooted in love. And to everyone watching who carries soul pain, you are not spiritually broken. Your existential questions are not pathology. Your spiritual crisis might be your spiritual calling. You are not alone in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through your unique perspective. Your very existence is sacred. Your soul pain is not punishment. It's preparation. Preparation for the life your spirit came here to live. Write your own letter to soul pain. Share what moves through you in the comments. Let's heal spiritually together, because awakening happens in sacred community. If this letter touched your soul, if it reminded you of your inherent wholeness, I invite you to subscribe and join this healing family. Hit that notification bell so you never miss these letters that your soul needs to hear. Please share this video with someone whose soul is calling for healing. Your sharing might be exactly what saves someone from spiritual despair. Give this video a like if it resonated with your soul's journey. Your engagement helps this healing message reach other souls ready for spiritual transformation. Until we meet again, remember, you are not lost. You are finding yourself. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. Your soul's pain is not your punishment. It's your pathway home to yourself. With infinite love and spiritual blessings, thank you for trusting me with your sacred journey. Thank you for choosing healing. Thank you for believing that your soul's calling is stronger than your soul's pain.